Good day, everyone. Do you want to learn new things today? I would really love to hear a big yes from you. I am Teacher Irish, your teacher in Science 10. I am here to assist you in answering your modules. We're now on our first quarter, Module 2 now. But before we start, please check if you have the following materials. Do you have with you your module? How about your science notebook? And of course, your pen. Very good. Also, do not forget the things that we should do during this time of pandemic, such as washing our hands with soap, keeping the 6 feet social distancing, avoiding handshakes and other contacts, of course, wearing of face coverings such as face mask and face shield. If all are set and ready, come on, let's begin the learning adventure. Let's have first a review on our previous module, which is Module 1, Volcanoes, Earthquakes, and Mountain Ranges. In your module, let us answer what's in activity. Fill in the crossword puzzle with the words being described from the clues below. You have to match the number of the clues to the boxes placed across or down the grid. Remember, if filled out correctly, the words will fit neatly into the puzzle. Are you ready? Let's begin! Are you done answering? Now let us check if your answers are correct. The correct answers are the following. 1. Fault. 2. Oceanic crust. 3. Volcano. 4. Lithosphere. 5. Boundary. 6. Magma. 7. Plate tectonic. 8. Core. 9. Earthquake. And number 10 is crust. Have you checked your answers already? Well, congratulations to those who got a perfect score, and to all of you for giving your best for this activity. Oops, what time is it? It's time for Name It to Win It! You are going to predict the right words or phrases out of the pictures that is shown in the screen. Are you ready? Let's begin! Did you get the right answer? Very good! The correct answer is 3 types of plate boundaries. And today, you will be learning plate boundaries. You will learn to 1. Describe the different types of plate boundaries. And number 2, identify the places or plates that lie on the different types of boundaries. Are you ready to learn plate boundaries? Come on, let's begin! Plate boundaries are the lines at the edges of the different pieces of the lithosphere. There are 2 types of crust. The continental crust, which is thicker but less dense, and oceanic crust, which is thinner but denser. This movement causes the formation of the plate boundaries, namely divergent, convergent, and transform fault boundary. Divergent boundary is formed when 2 tectonic plates move apart from each other, creating tension. Molten rocks called magma rises from the Earth's mantle to the surface. The Earth's surface is cool enough to solidify the magma that rose, thus creating new oceanic crust or seafloor. A divergent boundary is also known as a constructive boundary. The mid-ocean ridge is formed by the divergence between oceanic plates, while continental rift valley is formed between continental plates. Rift valley can also be found at the bottom of the ocean where seafloor spreading occurs. Both the formation of mid-ocean ridge and rift valley had the occurrence of an earthquake. Examples are boundaries between South American plate and African plate, Pacific plate and Nazca plate, and North American plate and Eurasian plate. Convergent boundary is formed when two tectonic plates move towards each other. One plate eventually slides beneath the other, a process known as subduction. If the two plates are of equal density, they usually push up against each other, forming a mountain chain. If they are of an equal density, one plate usually sinks beneath the other in a subduction zone. The western coast of South America and the Himalayan mountains are convergent plate boundaries. Transform fault boundary is formed when two plates are sliding past each other. It is also called the strike-slip fault. Rocks that line the boundary split into pieces as the plates slip at each other. A crack is then formed, creating an undersea canyon or linear fault valley. San Andreas Fault is an example of this. Convergent plate boundaries occur between oceanic continental lithosphere, oceanic lithosphere, and continental to continental lithosphere. In your module, let us answer Enrichment Activity 2, Spot the Difference. All you have to do is to study Figure 6, 7, and 8 showing the three types of convergent boundaries. Take note of the differences and similarities between the three figures and answer Assessment 2. Let us now answer Assessment 2. Fill in the blanks with the correct word or words to complete the following statements. Figure 6 shows two plates which are oceanic plate and continental plate. The oceanic plate subducts. Figure 7 shows that one of the two oceanic plates bends toward the mantle at the subduction zone. Figure 8 shows the two continental plates colliding. In this type of convergent boundary, there is no subduction zone. What was your score? Did you get the items correctly? If you do, I'll give you a 2 thumbs up for that. Now, let's proceed to our next activity. The 7 major plates are African plate, Antarctic plate, Indo-Australian plate, North American plate, Pacific plate, Eurasian plate, and South American plate. Plate boundaries are formed between these plates. The figure shows the relative motion of the plates as indicated by the direction of the arrows. All you have to do is to identify the plates that lie on the divergent, convergent, and transform fault boundaries. Are you done? let us check your answers. The plates that lie on divergent boundary are South American plate and African plate, Caribbean and Eurasian plate, and Nazca and Pacific plate. The plates that lie on convergent plate boundary are Philippine plate and Eurasian plate, North American plate and Juan de Fuca plate, Australian plate and Juan de Fuca plate, Pacific plate and Australian plate, Nazca plate and South American plate. And the plates that lie on transform fault boundary are Cocos plate and Caribbean plate. Did you get the items correctly? Great job! This time, let us sum up what we have learned from our lesson today. The three types of plate boundary are divergent, convergent, and transform fault boundary. Divergent plate boundary is formed when two plates move apart from each other. An example for this is the African plate and South American plate. While convergent plate boundary is formed when two plates come together, one sliding under the other or both are rising up. An example for this is Eurasian plate and Philippine plate. And the last type of the plate boundary is transform fault boundary. It is formed when two plates slide past each other. And San Andreas fault is a type of transform fault plate boundary. Well done, students! This time, you are going to answer the question, what lesson in life did you get from learning the three types of plate boundaries? You can post your answers in your Facebook account with the hashtag #PlateBoundaries. You can also drop your answers in the comment section of this video below. Now, to test whether or not you understood our lesson, answer assessment on pages 16 to 17 for your written output. Write your answers in a one-whole sheet of paper. And for your performance task, make a plate tectonic model showing the three types of plate boundaries with their corresponding movements. The procedure and rubrics for scoring your output is on pages 13 to 15. Do not forget to send your plate tectonic model in our class group chat. Congratulations! You have finished the second module for this quarter. This is Ma'am Irish once again, your teacher in Science 10. Leaving you with a quote by Brian Herbert, "The capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. And willingness to learn is a choice." See you on our next lesson and let us discover new things together. Bye!